Hello.
Hello,
Hey, Susan. How are
how are
you?
you, Ben?
I'm good.
Excellent. How about you?
Oh, very good.
Okay.
How was your day?
It's very peaceful.
Hmm.
It's a very good day.
Oh, nice. Did you do
Yes.
anything special today?
Not so special. It's
Hmm.
a routine day, but
Hmm.
I feel very happy.
Oh, that's good.
Uh,
Yeah, I had
how
a.
about you?
My day was not exactly routine. It was the first day of my new semester, so
Oh,
I had all
that
new
would
students
be very
today.
busy,
Busy, yes, true, but fun though. I like having new students. It's always interesting.
but very exciting. It's very exciting.
True, it is. Yeah, yeah. Um, well, what
Mm.
did you think about this article?
I love this article,
Mm.
and I found I only don't understand what is the wearable technology. I searched online and got some ideas, but I don't know what can connect with the this article.
Let's see. Very variable technology.
Yes,
Wearable technology.
yeah, wearable. Yes, wearable tech.
This word
I
here.
don't know what. Yes, I
Oh,
don't know what
wearable. Yeah.
does it. Yeah,
Yeah. Wearable
wearable.
technology would be something like a smartwatch.
Ah,
Yeah, I was thinking something like for example, do you know Fitbit?
Fitbit.
Yeah, a Fitbit is kind of a device that looks like this, and
Mm.
it has the ability to track your movement and track your heart rate, things like that. So
Oh,
people wear it when they exercise to
oh.
see kind of how well they are exercising.
And I also guess it's the iWatch or iPhone.
Yeah,
They have the application
exactly.
to check to do the sport track.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
So that's what I was
okay.
thinking about here, kind of measuring our health and our habits.
Mm.
So actually,
Oh,
some of the newer models actually start to collect like how often you are feeling happy and etc.
ah. Do you believe that? I don't.
I don't know. Maybe the technology is not too advanced yet, but I think
Mm,
as time goes by, I think people would be interested in that. Maybe
okay.
I don't know. Would you be
Except
interested
that
in a device that measured your emotions?
I don't believe that because I think we can control our emotions other than the device could do.
True, but you could say the same for our physical health too, right? Like we can control our physical health without
No,
using any kind of
no,
device.
not exactly. I think um, your heartbeat and your electric. For example, the device could monitor your heartbeat and give you your ECG waves, but cannot
Oh, I lost you there. Say that again. Cannot what?
okay, and the device can monitor sometimes can monitor people's heart waves
Mm-hmm.
our heartbeat beats and also can give us the ECG waves,
Mm.
but cannot act as a medicine does to us.
Hmm. Yeah.
Only can give us some database of the status of your health, but cannot cure the problem.
That's true. That's true. But I guess I feel like those iWatch and sport watches are so popular, right?
Yes, very popular nowadays.
Yeah, so I thought if we had a device that measured our emotions, it would also be popular, even if it can't fix it, just to monitor.
Maybe remind us now your happiness level is low. Please cheer up.
Sure, right. Or like maybe at the end of the day, you could see like I would
Mm,
like to know, for example, what time of day I am the most unhappy. Like for
mm,
example, if I check my emotions over the course of 1 week and I find that, at 10:30 a.m. I always feel unhappy, maybe I can take some kind of step to, cheer myself up at that time.
okay.
Maybe. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe I could measure, like, for example, if I am a teacher, right?
Mm,
Maybe I could see at the beginning of my semester, maybe I feel some
mm,
anxiety in the 10 minutes before class time.
mm.
But as the year goes on, I feel kind of less and less anxious. Um, and maybe that, I don't know, maybe that would be useful information to know. I think it would be kind of interesting. What?
Mm.
Maybe not. Maybe not. Not your style, I think, right?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Mm,
Well, let's talk about some of these questions here. So the first question, I
mm,
think I know the answer. Do you consider
mm,
yourself a happy person? You
mm.
certainly give yourself, you certainly give the impression that you are happy.
Yeah, I believe I'm a happy person
Hmm.
because because I think I always very positive, and I always hold the enthusiastic attitude towards life.
Hmm.
But with time goes by, I found I suffered a lot of difficulties and even some disasters in my life.
Hmm.
But I still carry on the attitude towards life.
Hmm.
Maybe when I was middle, yeah, I was in my middle school years, I read the book Gone with the Wind. I believe you know that book.
What is the book?
And
Gone with the Wind.
Gone, yeah, it's
Uh,
very famous American book.
sure.
Yeah, and the famous line is that tomorrow is another day. As long as yes, I always tell myself, as long as we are healthy, as long as we can see another day's sunrise, we can solve the problem.
Hmm. I think that's a good.
Yeah.
That's a good positive attitude. I like that. Hmm. So,
Yes.
do you think? I wondered about this. Do you think that your hardship caused you to be a more positive person in the end?
Yes. Um, it is hard, but maybe after 3 months later, and I overcome all the difficulties. Then I told myself carry on the I should change by doing something. For example, working as a nurse. Initially, I found it was so less challenging and also very routine life in my country. Then I founded the chance to go abroad,
Hmm.
and that gave me too much joy and too many joys and happiness.
Too much joy, huh?
Too much joy, yeah, too many joy.
Hmm. I see.
I
Huh.
don't.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes I feel that yeah, I've been very lucky, I think, in my life and have not really experienced some really bad hardship. So
Mm,
sometimes I think because I never had to overcome a really negative situation, I haven't
Mm,
really learned to appreciate uh, just not having a problem, you know? Um,
mm.
I didn't really experience the contrast, the really negative situation and the positive situation. So sometimes I think I don't appreciate my life or my situation as much, and it makes me less happy than other people, I think. But um, I think this is kind of a uh, millennial problem, you know?
I don't know the meaning of millennium.
Millennial, am I spelling that correctly? Millennial. A millennial is someone who is. Oh, how old would you have to be? Let's see. I think someone who. Is it someone who is born. Maybe
Uh,
someone who is born in the new. No, it can't be. Someone who. I'm not sure if I'm going to get this right. Something like someone who was growing up
boy,
during the year 2000. Someone who experienced kind of the new millennium.
change.
Yeah, but kind of during their childhood. I think that's right.
Mm.
So, like, I think being a millennial means that you never experienced, at least in the West, being a millennial means you never experienced war,
Mm.
right? Like, from kind
The
of the.
hardship,
Yeah, right. The
starvation.
exactly. Yeah, right. So, like,
Mm.
our parents' generation went through maybe Vietnam or maybe even World War II. So it feels like
Oh.
a lot of sacrifice. Like our parents' generation did a lot of sacrifice for us, but we
Oh.
do not have to sacrifice very much. Um, so a lot of times, like older people criticize millennials for being kind of
Mm.
arrogant or um,
Don't
whiny.
know, take granted.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
Yeah, sort of taking their happiness for
Grant.
granted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Taking their ordinary life for granted.
Yes, exactly. Um, I feel I definitely fit that category. Yeah,
Oh.
millennials are often complaining for no reason, just looking for reasons to complain, I think. Mm.
Oh, for me, I think I was growing up in countryside
Mm.
to have a job in big cities. In the big city,
Mm-hmm.
a kind of uprise spiral. Sometimes I suffer about a little bit um downs, but overall, when I overcome the difficulties, I think it's all another steps of the positive world, a positive new world
Mm.
is welcoming me.
I see. So you think growing up in the countryside made you more optimistic?
Yes,
Mm.
because still now you if you visit China, you will find it's totally different from American countryside.
Mm.
China countryside still suffer a lot of less of clean water.
Mm.
Even some houses they don't have the bath uh, facilities.
Ah, I
And
see.
yeah, the sanitary still left behind
Mm.
compared with big cities.
I see.
So
So you feel kind of
yeah,
grateful for having the opportunity to kind of live a better life?
yes, and also compared to the those patients in my clinic, every day I see them suffering. I
Hmm.
think we are much happier because we at least God bless us, we don't have so much painful time.
Mm. Yeah,
Mm.
that's a good way to kind of keep a sense of perspective. Is to be
Mm.
around people who are suffering or people who need help. Um,
Yeah.
it reminds you, I guess, of your own health, and yeah, make sure that you don't take those kind of things for granted. Hmm. Um,
Yes.
when you think of happiness, which of these words kind of do you which of these words matches your definition the best?
Oh, I think actually these words are not totally exactly match with happy
Mm.
in my mind.
So for
For
you,
my
which word?
if 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 you want me to choose inside this, maybe fulfilled is the better one for
Okay.
me to describe the happy. And another word I want to mention is joy. I think
Hmm.
joy maybe
So what does
maybe
joy mean
better.
exactly? Because
Joy
I feel like the
in my
word.
mind I think
Hmm. Mm-hmm.
mm, okay, you go ahead
No,
first.
I just for me the word happy, uh,
Mm,
it has a kind of abstract meaning
mm,
that is not really clear to me, and for me joy is similar. Joy is kind of a general word that maybe has some associations, but is not really clear what it means exactly. If it's a like like the word excited has a feeling of energy, and something about the future, whereas
mm,
the word ecstatic is more of a celebration.
mm,
Content is more about satisfaction and feeling calm. Interested is
mm,
more kind of engaging your brain in something or not being bored. And fulfilled
mm.
seems like similar to content, but more to do with accomplishment rather than calmness. So all of these have a kind of specific
Yes.
meaning for me. So when you say joy, explain to me what is the scenario in which you feel joy.
I think joy may be like a picture. You draw up, and also you could hear the sound with very positive tone, and that's why I think joy maybe it's better to describe a kind of happiness situation.
Hmm.
And
I see.
the people always have peaceful mind, but with smiling face.
Okay, so peaceful. I think that's a very
Mm,
specific idea there. So it's not really about excitement. It's more about a more calm feeling. Hmm.
yes, and then maybe in their kind unsteady or unfinished business, and that's why I always found that they are achieve something and fulfilled of the whole day
Hmm.
and the whole period of time. So emotionally satisfied.
Satisfied. Okay, yeah, that seems more similar. Kind of maybe kind of a combination of these things a little bit. Um,
Mm,
yeah, I see. Yeah, for me, it's a little bit different. I think like interested or actually kind of engaged is a good word when I
mm,
think about happiness because I think I'm kind of an anxious person. Um, so the idea of being content is actually not really my style. I think I enjoy being lost in an activity.
ah,
Yeah, like there's a few kind of games or sports that I really love. Like badminton is a really
mm,
good example because I am kind of first of all making a lot of effort to hit the birdie or the shuttlecock, but also
mm,
I'm thinking about a kind of level of strategy, like where should I hit it next? And so my brain is doing a lot of different operations at once. And at that
oh,
moment, I cannot think about the future. I cannot think about myself or my goals or my responsibilities. Everything disappears. And I just have it's a kind of meditation for me, I think, playing sports.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
it's a way
thought
to turn off the
meditation
brain. Hmm.
only when you do yoga you can have this kind of feeling.
I think yoga is similar, I think, right? Because you're focusing your brain only on the physical
Mm,
side, right?
yeah.
But yoga is too painful.
Yeah, normally uh, for women.
Mm. Yeah, well, yeah. I think to me, I prefer not to be in pain during my meditation.
Okay.
Do you do
I think
yoga?
as long, huh?
Do you
No,
do
I
yoga?
don't
No?
do yoga, but I do a little bit, or just do nothing and let my mind empty for a while, even and think of nothing. I think
Mm.
it's totally relief.
Mm. Yeah,
Hmm.
it's difficult to do. I'm not very good at meditation
Mm.
in real life, but um, well, so at work, where would you put yourself in this continuum? Would you say that you're kind of very engaged or disengaged or somewhere in the middle?
Somewhere in the middle.
Hmm.
For example, if I if I'm in a period of s- study to prepare my exam,
Mm-hmm.
I really disengaged,
Mm.
unengaged or disengaged,
Yeah, disengaged. Yeah.
disengaged with the yes, disengaged with my work.
Mm.
It's a little bit selfish, but I just managed to finish my job.
Mm.
Don't get blamed by the colleagues
Mm.
or by my boss. Then I just want to concentrate on my
Sorry, I lost you there. You said you just want to concentrate on your what? Are you there?
Can you hear?
Yeah, I lost you for a
Hello.
second there,
Yeah.
but could you say it
Mm.
again? You concentrate on.
Concentrate on my examination.
Mm.
If during maybe a little bit disengaged with my work.
Mm.
Mhm.
I see. So what aspects of your work make you feel more engaged?
For example, if the new program uh, is a little bit challenging, maybe a little bit beyond my ability, I think I could learn something new.
Hmm.
That made me feel so
Hmm.
excited.
Yeah.
Then I could do better and show my confidence in front of people.
Hmm.
For example, last week, Wednesday, the whole team asked of the presentation how to choose your favorite part of the technical, and I chose the CPR training for the whole team, but ha- English English one, because we have a lot of English speakers
Mm-hmm.
to school, some from the from overseas, from in the neighbor countries. So that's why we should speak English sometimes.
Sure.
So I choose English to speak in the public. That made me so happy
Hmm.
and engaged with the topic, and I prepared the whole day, and finally I gave a very good speech. At that moment, I felt a little bit satisfaction and engaged with my work.
Huh. So do you think
Yeah.
it's? I wonder, is it because of the kind of communication, or is it because of the sense of achievement? Like it seems like that kind of speech, you usually receive a lot of praise from your colleagues. Is it that reward that makes you feel engaged, or is it the kind of act of communication that makes you feel engaged?
I think that kind of both of that are the reasons. I think first of all, I think they asked me a lot of because I used the 2012's 2015's version of the CP, and they asked me a lot of differences from the local areas from my country. So
I see.
they are very interested, and I think I give a lot of prizes,
Ah, I receive a
and
lot of praise, right?
oh yeah, I receive a lot of praise. This is not only a kind of show off activity,
Hmm.
but also pass the message and share the knowledge with others. And also, I think I have the ability to teach that make me feel so happy of that.
I see. So you just enjoy that
Mm.
act of kind of educating and sharing your knowledge, and yeah, it's all of those things I think probably are satisfying, right?
Yes, most of all, the chance of speaking in English
Hmm.
is the yeah best part.
Oh, I'm glad that part is inspiring for you. That's cool. Um, let me see if there's any. Mm. So we talked about this earlier, but is there any like you were sharing that the idea of kind of monitoring your health or monitoring your emotions would not really be useful for you. Is there any kind of wearable technology that you would find useful?
I think the sport tracker is very useful for the ordinary people
Hmm.
for our motors mo, for
Our
our MORT motor
MORT
ordinary
like
MRT
this?
motor MORTAL.
Uh, it's to be honest, it's not very commonly used. Yeah, just people. You mean like humans?
Yes, human.
Okay, yeah, just people. I think would be better. A person. Hmm.
Okay.
Mortal is a word that gods use to talk about people.
Oh,
So it sounds a
okay.
little bit
Okay.
like you are some kind of god talking about the mortals. We see it in
Oh,
some action movies sometimes. If there is a kind of immortal creature,
oh.
they talk about people as
I,
mortals.
I picked this word from a reading article.
Ah, what was the article about?
No, maybe in Cambridge book
Ah,
six or something.
ah,
Yeah,
really?
one of them.
Huh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's
why I
very
remember.
specific usage though. Yeah, it has this meaning of like
So
not
it's
living
better not
forever.
to use in a speaking
Yeah,
part.
I would not use it. Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
hmm.
Mm.
I forgot what you were saying though. Oh, but what about for you? So do you wear a you don't wear a sports watch, I guess.
No, I'm a little bit left behind.
uh, but so besides a sport watch, like, is there anything that you would like to monitor? Like, some people like to monitor their like sleep patterns. Do you have any interest in
Oh,
something like that?
sorry, I'm not very interested in a
Mm.
sleep device, but I would like to buy um s- iWatch, not iWatch. Maybe iWatch.
Mm.
I recently um listened to the news. They have the newly device iWatch maybe can monitor the people who got heart problem or diabetes. Because
Mm.
my mom got coronary heart disease.
Ah,
But it's a little bit risky because she lives far away from me, in another town, maybe 1 hour's drive, and she lives alone. So that's why I would like to monitor her conditions if I have the op- opportunity to buy a new device. Maybe it's
ah.
a good idea to check her blood pressure and so
Sure,
blood
yeah.
pressure,
That's a really
heartbeat,
good,
and treatment.
yeah. That's a very kind of
Mm,
practical usage, I think. That's a good idea. Yeah, for me, I
yes.
went through a kind of uh, a short period where I really tried to track my sleep. But like you said,
Mm,
it's kind of interesting to know, but it
mm,
didn't really lead me to change my behavior. So I don't really see the purpose. Like it's kind of like having a scale to weigh how heavy you are.
mm.
But if you don't have any plan to go on a diet, then it doesn't really help you to know how heavy you are. Like I don't want to know uh, unless I'm not really using that information. So why should I know that information unless it is kind of usable for me? So
Yes.
all right, let's check through some of these mistakes and then we can move on to some IELTS practice. Okay, so I'm going to just check kind of quickly here, and you can ask me if you have any questions. Let's-
Yes. Okay. Mm,
Mhm. Okay,
mm,
so most of these I think are pretty easy to understand, right? As time goes by, after 3 months or three
mm,
months later, so much less challenging.
mm,
Be really careful with this one. Too much is a negative thing,
mm,
right? So too much joy. That's why I kind of paused there, like, oh, too much joy. What do you mean? Like, the more joy, the better. I
mm.
think you can't have too much joy. Um,
Ah, yeah.
yeah. And then the countryside, this
Mm,
idea, keep a sense of perspective, receive a lot of praise. Um, this one, I can't remember what you said. I think difference is for or from. Difference is from my country.
different from.
Yeah, so it should be the differences between A and B.
Ah,
Yeah.
between.
And then here's what I suggest with the news.
Mm,
I suggest that the news is actually sort of treat it like a TV program.
mm.
I heard on this TV program that blah 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 blah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so don't treat news like
Oh,
a
result.
piece of news. Treat it like a program that you will listen to or that you
Mm,
watched or that you heard. Um,
thank you.
sure. And if it's something more like an article or something, you can say, You can say something like, I recently read an article that said blah blah blah, right? Or I recently heard a report, maybe. Yeah. Or a report
Recently,
about.
I recently read in it.
Yeah. So like article is good, report is good. These are both nouns. You read an article, they're both like an item of news. You read an article, hear a report, but you don't hear the news. You hear something on the news.
Oh.
Yeah, that's kind of the key.
Mm.
All right, cool. Well, let's move on and do some IELTS work here.
Okay.
All right. Okay, let me see here. Let me sort of pause this for a second. And I will get
Can
your...
Anytime if the examiner say something, can I say okay dokie?
Okie dokie? Sure, you can say okie dokie.
Mm.
Say it one more time though. I want to check the pronunciation.
Okay. Okay dokie.
Yep, just make sure that it's like okie dokie.
Okie dokie.
Yep, just like a key that you open your door. Like okie dokie.
Okay. Okie dokie. Okay.
Yep, and it says it should be kind of quick, right? Okie dokie, like that.
Okie dokie. Yes.
Okay, so we'll try. Okay, this will be an interesting one. Oops. Okay, I'm just going to send this to your QQ.
Okie dokie.
All right, do you see that? Got it?
Not yet.
Okay.
Maybe my comment. Huh?
Do you see it? No?
No. Oh, yeah. Finally.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so...
Sorry it takes so long.
No, it's okay. But I did notice that the kind of phrasing of the question is a little bit confusing. So a plan in your life, but this should be in the past. So kind of a plan that you accomplished or something that you did in the past. Because notice all the sub questions, what it was about, when you made it, how it worked, and how you felt about the result. So maybe we could change this and say something like, describe something that you achieved in the past. I think that's a better phrasing of it.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Okay, you have 1 minute to prepare.
Okay.
Okay, that was 1 minute. You now have 2 minutes to
Uh,
speak.
Okay. I would like to describe a time I achieved by by writing a book. Um, y- and that was 10 years ago when I came back from Singapore, and I started to write something related to the 2 years life when I was there. And it's not a kind of journey. It's just something related to the my daily life and how the life related to the healthcare system. And it's not related to my work actually. Just I read what kind of situation make people feel very happy when they walk to the hospital. And initially, I didn't think it's very it's uh, could be recognized by my friends. And but after I collected a lot of data from my friends, and they all think it's a good one. They encourage me to publish in my hospital's journalist collection. And actually, I wrote a lot of romantic story, just the imagination what they were doing after their work and enjoy their life, even they work in a very pressure life, and how smile can treat patients without any medicine, and how can people keep a very good relationship, can help each other to become more healthier compared with just solely take medication alone. And after that, I think I got a very good, a positive results by read this book, because every time I act, head, I'm a health provider to inside the role, one of my character, and after that, it helps me also plan my future life,
Hmm.
and also act as a very enthusiastic attitude towards life.
Okay, let
So
me
I
let me
think
stop you there because it's been about 3 minutes, so I got to stop you. But let me ask you some questions related to this topic. So, my
okay.
first question is: do you think that parents should set goals for children?
I think it depends on how old is the child. If they are not so young, for example, if they are already uh reach the teenage ages, I think parents should let him go, or should let go. And it is it seems like they are like a kind of relationship with friends, not only parents. So parents should help them to make a goal, not just force them to aim high.
Hmm.
Mm.
And when do you think young children should start to set goals for themselves?
I think actually every age should have their own goals. Um, for example, if for the toddlers, they should set a goal to finish their food by themselves. But preschoolers, they should manage how to develop their very good habits. For the school children, they should develop a certain kind of um, ability to distinguish right from wrong. So every age they have their own goals.
Hmm.
It depends on how old are they.
Hmm. I see. Um, Hold on.
Mhm.
Okay. Next question. what kinds of goals are not realistic for children?
For example, I think a lot of goals are not very realistic for children. For example, a lot of people ask the children, what are you going to be in the future? I think children in very young age, they don't know what they are going to be. They just influenced by their surroundings. So if you give too much realistic goals for to them, make them maybe feel very frustrated, and also sometimes make them think they are very feel very pressure to them. They maybe will direct them what I'm going to be. So maybe they will change. If they change, how come? Maybe make them feel very panic.
Okay.
Okay.
And why do people set goals?
Oh, different people have their own opinion or their own reasons. For example, if the people who are very passionate, they maybe want to achieve something in the future and to show their ability and can do something. For example, some people maybe when they were young, they like to become a president in the future. Then they set the goal to be the real president in the future. And some people think they want to be a professional, or they are interested in certain areas. They want to become that kind of skilled workers in the future. So the reasons are so different from people to people.
I see. And how would you feel if you couldn't achieve your goals?
Um, I think frustration is the first thing in my mind. If I cannot achieve my goal, because I always am am high, and I I don't want me waste all my own life. But after a little bit frustration, maybe I think I should overcome it. Then maybe a few days later, I told myself maybe I should switch on another plan, a new plan to achieve it. Then I fulfill, like I recharge again. Then I will start a new route to approach my goal.
I see. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. That's all my questions. So we can check some little mistakes. Let's take a look. Let me play this again. Okay. So, starting with our kind of first question, the part two question. Your part two question, I thought I know we had a little computer problem beforehand, but I thought it took you some time to kind of get into it. You may want to kind of go back and think about that strategy that we worked on earlier for part two, because I feel like you're maybe going back to a little bit more freestyle part two response. So try to think back to those 5 points that we talked about, and maybe kind of add a little bit more structure to your answer. But specifically, here we want what kind of situations make people happy. And they all thought, right? They all thought it, I think was good. Yeah. And then I think here your hospital's journal, right? I think just
Yes.
journal, yeah.
Um,
Yeah, even though.
again, even though, okay,
Mm-mm.
sorry.
No, it's okay. And he said more healthier, so just more healthy. And then compared to is much more common than
Compared.
compared with. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, compared to.
I notice a couple of problems with it depends on.
Mm,
You know, how old, subject,
mm,
verb, right? And here is the
mm.
same. It depends on how old they
The
are.
children are.
Yeah.
Okay, they are. Yeah.
Mm. And this word, the pronunciation, could you say this word for me?
Mm, which one?
This one here.
Oh, the
Can you read that?
toddler.
Yeah, okay, that's good. Yeah, I didn't really hear the
But
L very
just
strongly,
now
so.
I read toddler. Yeah, toddler.
Toddler,
Yeah,
yeah, toddler.
toddler. Yeah,
Yeah.
toddler.
hmm
Mm, mm.
Children at a very young age.
Children are in
Uh,
their work.
yeah. What kind of children? Not in, but children at a very young age.
At our yes.
Mhm. And then here, I think this is okay. Make them feel. You want an adjective here. So there is actually an adjective for panic, which is panicked.
Panicked. Oh,
But just make sure that you're using an adjective. Make them feel good, make them feel bad, make them feel upset, make them feel panicked. Yeah.
panicked. Yes, panicked.
Here from person to
Oh,
person.
two-person.
And yeah, this got a little bit funny here. I had to waste. I don't want to waste my own life.
I don't want to waste.
Yeah, and here the question. Be really careful with this kind of question. How would you feel? Because all through here you were kind of mixing up your tenses here. Here you use past tense when you want would tell, would feel, and would start. So be really careful with these kind of questions. How would you feel? What would you do? Make sure that you're answering using that kind of would answer.
Oh, I don't. I'd. I would. I would.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay. Cool. All right. I think we've got time for one more section here before I'll have to go because I have another student at 9:15. So.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, no, no. It's
To take
okay.
your slide. Okay.
Not your fault. Don't worry. Okay, so let me pause here. I'll find one more question type for you here. I'm going to try to find a would question in the mix.
Would.
Did we? I forget. Last time, did we talk about a favorite song?
No.
No. Okay. Good. We'll do that one then.
I got this one in one of my exam. I got 6.5.
Okay. Do you want to do the same one or a different one?
It doesn't matter.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I think this one has a good would question. So. All right. I'm going to go ahead and send it to you. Okay.
This will be an interesting song.
Okay. You have 1 minute to prepare. Okay, you've had 1 minute. Now you have two
Okay.
minutes to speak.
I want to see I want to describe a song called Hello and from Adele. I think this song is very popular recent years in around the world because of the singer is so popular. But mostly I love this song because it's sung by Adele, the exotic song and the tone and all kind of passion in it. And another thing I love it because it's talking about some greeting from a daughter to her father, maybe late father, and all kind of precious time when they spent during the past, and all the treasures they shared, and ups and downs, tears and joys they shared with her father, and it seems they are disengaged for a very long time, and that's another chance to sing out just with a little bit caring and a kind of question, why how are you, and how is everything on, and what's up, something related to that. And I really love this song because the soothing and curing feeling of this rhythm and the lyrics also make us feel so inspirational. And people like to take grant with all the time with their family members. Sometimes they don't realize um how happiness the life is during the routine time. But
Okay,
suddenly, when
I
yeah,
gotta stop you there.
okay.
Sorry. Okay, so I have some questions related to this. First, what kind of music do old people like to listen to?
Maybe most old people like to listen soft music, uh, like classical music, folk music, and something lesser noisy. And except rather than pop
Mm,
and R&B, something like that. For example, some Chinese elderly they like to listen to folk Chinese music with a very soothing flutes in the background.
okay. How would
Mm.
your grandfather feel if you gave him some hip hop music to listen to?
I think first the thing I think my grandfather would kill me because he also always is very conservative. But I never dared to do that. I would choose something very classic, and it seems full of literature and the the classical the fashion music maybe make would make him very angry to me.
Mm, okay.
Mm.
Um, and what kind of music do small children in China like to listen to?
Mm, I I think small children in China they would like to choose something a little bit noisy, a little bit with rhythm, and easy to sing. For example, they like to choose Indo-wise do re mi because it's easier to sing and also lesser stressful to memory memory the lyrics.
I see. What are the differences between pop music and the music children listen to?
I don't have so much knowledge on this, but I guess the pop music would be a little bit um, up to date with all fashionable ingredients. But the children's music may be a little bit classical and we passed passed on by generation to generation. And I think every mom and father like to sing to them.
Mm. Okay, good. All right, I'm going to stop you there. Um, let's take a look at a few mistakes. Overall, pretty good though. Better this time
Oh,
than
thank you.
the previous one, I think. Um,
Thank you.
yeah. Uh, mm, I think this song is very popular in recent years.
Mm.
It is sung by Adele.
Oh, I don't.
Curing feeling, I want to say maybe healing, but healing feeling sounds a little bit strange. I'm not sure that there's a good adjective for curing. Um,
Oh, since it brings the peaceful mind.
right, yeah, peaceful and calming. Maybe that's not quite what you mean, though. Yeah, tricky. I just don't know if there's a good adjective for curing. Um,
Oh,
peaceful is good.
can I use SOO soothing THING
Soothing is good. Yeah.
soothing? Yeah,
Mm. Yeah, maybe that's a
soothing.
better word than curing. Yeah, soothing.
Mm.
Here, the lyrics make us feel inspired, and you could say the lyrics are inspirational.
Oh,
Yeah. So I feel inspired. The lyrics are inspirational.
oh,
Make sure this word granted. I didn't really hear the
mm,
id here, so make sure granted.
oh,
Take for granted.
mm,
Oh, and then make sure you've got listen to soft music. Whoop, forgot the
mm,
yeah, listen to soft music. Something less noisy.
mm.
Your wood here was excellent.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, yes, very nice.
mm.
But this should be angry at me.
Okay, angry at me.
Yeah, he would be angry at me.
Mm,
Okay, so memorize the lyrics. Um,
mm,
yeah, and then knowledge about this and from generation to generation. Does that make sense? Do you have questions in here?
oh, no, thank you so much.
No, it's okay.
Memorize? Yeah, take yours away, make you our time.
No, it's okay. I wish I didn't have
Mm,
this kind of other student waiting for me. Otherwise,
mm,
I wouldn't
mm,
be in a hurry or anything.
mm.
Okay, well, I'll make sure to save this and send it to you, and that way,
Yeah,
if
I
you do
can
have any questions, we
review.
can maybe talk about them on Sunday as well.
Okay.